Setting up your meeting. I think we're on.
Let's do it.
Hello, Facebook. My name is Lisa Smith, and I'm part of the SEAM team. Welcome to the Parent Takeover on SEAM Live. Thank you all for making time to join us today. We are excited to kick off the first episode of the year with you. And we truly appreciate each and every one of you for engaging with us. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section here on Facebook. Samoy is off today, and SEAM team leader Peter Franzen will be joining me. Hello, Peter, and thank you for co-hosting the Parent Takeover with me.
Hey, happy 2025. Lisa, can you see me? I think I'm having technical issues, but you can see me?
Yes, I can.
Fantastic. Great. It's great to be here with you. Thanks for letting me invade your parent takeover for a day. I'm happy to fill in.
Yes, absolutely. Are you ready to dive in and share some valuable information with Missouri families to help start the year off strong?
I am. I'm here for it, Lisa. I'm going to try and bring some Samoy joy with me in my Facebook Live with you. I don't know if I can do it the way she can, but that's what we do at SEAM is we help parents fight for options, and then we help them find the right education for their kids. So I'm here for you, Lisa. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Do you have any education news from around the country for us today?
Lisa, funny you should ask. I do. I was this, and I'm going to confess the article is a little bit dated. It's just by a month or so. It's from the end of November, but I did think it relates very much to what we do. Our friends that we I think we've even referenced their research before. The Prime Center at St. Louis University. It stands for Policy Research in Missouri Education. So they're always doing some research. And last fall, they released an article, and Colin Hitt, who is the executive director of the Prime Center, wrote about it in the Missouri Independent. And long story short, basically talking about the growth of homeschooling in Missouri. So, according to their research, the number is about 900,000 school-age children in Missouri, and Colin and his team did some research. They're saying that about 1 in 16 school-age children in Missouri, in the state, are now being homeschooled. And, they make the point of saying that it's a tough number to come up with sometimes because Missouri, we all know that Missouri is very fiercely independent-minded people who there's not a requirement necessarily for registering families for homeschooling. So the number really has to be, you do have to research to find the number. So that's kind of where they pegged it at about 60,000 plus 61,000 are homeschooling. And in the article, they talk about something that you and I already know because we lived through the pandemic and we went through it with so many parents that when the pandemic hit, a lot of families suddenly became their kids' own educator in home. And after the pandemic, not everyone gave that up. Some people working from home made it work for themselves that they could homeschool their kids. And I think you and I know that there was certainly some dissatisfaction with the way virtual ed was handled by school districts who were, not ready for what happened. And again, some families just decided to stick with it. So very interesting. 61,000 kids is equivalent really to the enrollment in St. Louis City and Kansas City combined. So that's a lot of students across the state who are being homeschooled.
Yes, and it shows that parents want the right to choose their children educational path, you know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Today we are going to discuss and demonstrate how to apply for Most Scholars K-12 scholarship program on our website, showmeschooloptions.org. Most Scholars is Missouri's first scholarship program, providing up to $11,830 in scholarships to customize your children's education and send them to a better school. It covers costs for tutoring, therapy, transportation, computers, virtual schooling, private school tuition, and homeschooling. But only the Lutheran homeschool program is an option right now for homeschoolers. Peter, could you explain who qualifies for a Most Scholars scholarship?
Yes, I will do my best, Lisa. So the program is the program targets students with special needs and lower income families who might not be able to afford private school tuition. So a student who has an IEP, which is a individual educational program, or an ISP,
Plan.
individual service plan, thank you. Right, IEP, individual education plan. Um, And so for those students with an IEP or an ISP, there is no public school requirement. And that's what I'm about to say, which is for the income-based students, those students need to be coming from a public school, or they could be entering kindergarten or first grade. So I hope that was clear. So, and from that, there's some tiers in the program, some priority tiers. So tier one, when the program opens, the students who are immediately eligible are the IEP students, and then students who live in a household whose total income does not exceed 100% of the free and reduced lunch rate, and attended a public school for one semester during the previous 12 months, or their child is entering kindergarten or first grade. Did that make sense?
Yes, yes, that makes sense.
Okay, because I know there's kind of, yes. So, and then if the program is funded well enough and all the tier one students access a scholarship, all the tier one students who want a scholarship, then there's tier two, and that is sort of an income step up. So those are students who live in a household whose total income does not exceed 200% of the free and reduced lunch rate. And again, they're coming from a public school, or they're entering kindergarten or first grade. And then if all of those students who apply for a scholarship get one and there's still money left over, then there's tier three, which is basically 300% of that same standard, those guidelines for the free and reduced lunch program. And again, the student is transferring from a public school or is entering kindergarten or first grade. That's a mouthful.
Yes. Um, Facebook, the Most Scholars application opens on February 1st at midnight. So remember, it's first come, first served. So be sure to apply early. The program is not fully funded, so it is important to apply as soon as possible. You will not be in line or on a wait list until the application is complete with all your documents uploaded. So please make sure you upload all your documents and check your email. Okay, so Peter, you ready to show them how to apply for the Most Scholarship?
Yeah, let me pull up a blank screen here for you. Boop.
Okay.
All right, now hopefully everyone can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
All right, now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go to
Yeah,
show.
so you simply go to our website, showmeschooloptions.org.
All right, and boop boop. All right, we found that. Looks right.
Okay. And you on the website, right? Okay. You will see a pop-up that asks if you want to sign up for updates. Did that pop up, Peter? I ain't see it pop up.
No, I think it's going to here. I see my little circle is still happening. I'm not sure why,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I had the same experience when I went to it a little while ago, getting ready for this. And there is a pop-up. It's going to show up in a second, Lisa. I know it is.
Yeah, because it normally shows up, but you will see a pop-up that asks if you want to sign up for updates about the Most Scholars program. This pop-up will provide you with information, but it is not the application for Most Scholars. So after you sign up for updates, they're going to pop up right there. You would just sign up for updates, and then you will click off this pop-up. This pop-up is not the application for Most Scholars. Peter, a lot of people get confused and think when they fill out that form, they are filling out the form to apply for the scholarship.
I'm so glad you're saying it, Lisa. Right, because this is sign up for updates. I'm glad, and we want people to do this. So don't be confused. We want to be
Yes,
your information. We want your email address and tell us who you are. As much information as you're comfortable. We don't send excessive emails, but we want to send people the updates. So I've already done that. I already get the email, so I'm just going to
yes.
out of that.
So after you sign up for the updates, you will click off that pop-up page and click on information for families.
Here it is, info for families.
Yes, then click on how to apply for Most Scholars program.
All right, give me some things. This
Then
one.
you will see a list. I'm sorry, did you say something, Peter?
No, I was just asking. So this is the how info for families, and here is the how do I apply section. And is it
Yes. On the, go. Yep. How to apply. Then you will scroll down the
oops,
page.
I'm trying, I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm totally trying to follow your instructions. Here we go.
How to apply. You see, click on information for parents.
Yep. And here's a message. It looks like our message is that the applications for the current school year are closed and that people need to get ready, which is what we're doing today for the 2025 scholarship year. You said that's February 1st, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do I qualify? How do I apply?
Mm-hmm. And you keep scrolling down, you will see a list of participating schools that's participating in the program. Each school is associated with the Educational Assistance Organization, also known as EAO. They are the nonprofit organizations that accept applications and distribute scholarships.
Right.
You see it, Peter? Keep going down.
There we go. This is the income requirements that we talked about just a second ago, the eligibility, making sure that families are eligible. And I promise you I have good internet at home. Look.
No, if
But
it's at the bottom of the page, if you keep scrolling down, if you want how to apply, it'll show you the list of schools.
I am, Lisa, I'm going to say there's an actual issue at the website. So, come on, little website, load up for us. It worked in the rehearsal, but I have a blank. Are you seeing a blank page?
Yes, I see that.
Oh, look.
Okay, here it go. This is the list of all the participating schools. It just got to come up. Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of schools, and I guess that's maybe why that tool was taking a little while to load up.
Yes. But okay, so when this list of schools come up, um, You'll have two options: visit school page and visit EAO page. So you will
Oh,
have to find your school on the list. And if your school is not listed, contact them to inquire. Accredited schools can be added to the program. You can have your school reach out to us, and we will assist them in the process of getting added to the list. So right here, Peter, parents will go and find their school.
now we've got these little blue buttons up here. So if I'm in the St. Louis area and I click on that, that should filter out schools in the St. Louis area. I'm a little hesitant to do that. I just did it.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it'll do.
The other thing, Lisa, while we're waiting for that to load, if you don't mind, you mentioned funding a minute ago, and I just wanted to let people know because, we're doing this today to make sure people understand how to apply for a scholarship, but we want to take every opportunity to help people understand that most scholars is not funded by tax dollars. Most scholars is funded by donations to these EAOs. And there
Absolutely.
a tax credit available for people and companies that donate to the EAOs. So that's really awesome for them. But the first step is for, folks who have a state income tax liability to donate to one of these EAOs, and then they can get the tax credit. And it's a 100% tax credit. So basically that's that donation of 1,000 or $1,500 or 2,000 or 10,000, or people have made some gigantic donations. They basically get a credit for that on their state income tax, and so essentially, it's like directing some of their tax dollars to the program.
Yes, that's amazing.
So if you're in a position, if you have a state tax liability, we encourage you to make a donation, and there's even a page on this website where you can find out about that. All right, Lisa, it looks like St. Louis filtered out for us here. I can see the top of the list.
Yes. So after you find your school, you will click on the EAO page,
Nope.
and you, I'm sorry.
Did I do that for you?
Yeah, let's pick a school. Let's find a school. You want to pick a school that you might.
Yeah, here's Ascension School in Chesterfield. I can see that the Today and Tomorrow Education Foundation that we know really well is the EAO. Should we see what they've got on their page?
Yes, yes, yes. You want to click on the EAO page.
Okay, now this being Zoom, did a new window open? Can you see the new window still?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and this, now we're off the SEAM website. We're off the Show Me School Options website. This is now the Today and Tomorrow Foundation, Education Foundation.
Yes, the EAO page. You would click on the EAO page, then you would go to their pre-qualifying survey. Now, they might not be available right now, but some are available before February 1st.
Okay.
Like the Herzog Foundation is allowing parents to sign up now.
Okay. I only paused here because we just got done talking about donations, and you can see here that Today and Tomorrow is also encouraging people for the 100% tax credit to make a donation. Let's see if we can click here. Over on, yep. Oop. Family info. That's Jeanette, who's their program director, telling us that the applications will open on February 1st. And it looks like right now, Lisa, they have this application closed. I'm sure they're going to open that soon. The pre
Yes.
And Lisa, you want to say anything about that pre-qualified, just like we talked about the pop-up on that last website?
Yeah, so they will click on the EAO page, and then they will go and fill out the pre-qualifying survey on that page, which will be February 1st. And after you fill out that survey, you will receive an email from the EAO instructing you to set up a fax account.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
You will set up the fax account and answer all the questions and upload all your documents as soon as possible.
So, Lisa, I know that the parents will have to upload those documents and all that stuff. What are they going to have ready?
Okay, the documents that they would need are birth certificate, proof of address, IEP documents, proof of income, tax forms. If you're coming from a public school, you will need the district code, which that link is on the fax application. And you will need your student DESI ID number. But the good thing about it is, Peter, fax has a toll-free helpline that can answer all parents' questions that they have. And then after you have successfully uploaded all of your documents, you will receive a confirmation email. So keep an eye out on your email and check your spam folders.
Got it. And there must be, they have those question marks throughout the application where, like, if you hover over the question mark, it will give you a little more information.
Yes, yes. Awesome. I'm glad you covered that for me. Thank you.
Yeah, so don't ignore those things, folks. And Lisa, you have some personal experience. Did you ever have to call the toll-free helpline?
Facts. I'm sure I have. Yeah, I probably have. I just can't remember what I probably called them for. But yes, I didn't call fax and class wallet. So yeah, I didn't call them.
Okay.
It's very helpful. So yes, people there to answer all the questions.
And so, Lisa, did you just tell us that we'll get an email response eventually, the confirmation email?
Yes, yes. After you upload all your documents,
Yeah.
you will receive a confirmation email. So you got to keep an eye. Just check your email and check your spam folder.
Got it. And what do you know, like, about how long does it take to hear back from the EAO?
Well, it can take up to a month or more to find out if you will receive the scholarship.
Mhm.
After you have been accepted in the program, you will be prompt to set up your class wallet. This is an online bank account where you will make your tuition payments and purchase other education materials.
Okay. Yeah, we've been doing this so long. I mean, the scholarship that we're talking about is like what's called an ESA, right? An education savings account. So the parents do see, like you're just describing it, like in this class wallet, the funds get deposited. I mean, they can see the funds there. Is that how it works?
Yes, it'll tell you how much your scholarship. It's real simple. It'll be whatever the scholarship payment is, and then you'll go click the school, and then you'll click the payment that you want to pay to the school.
Okay. All
Because
right.
I'm just paying a tuition payment and not buying, education materials. But yeah, you just click on the school and the pay and how much you want to pay, and that's it.
Clear. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so Facebook, that is how you apply for most scholars. I hope this information is helpful. And if you need any assistance with the application process or have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at lisa@sceneteam.org. Or what about you, Peter? Should they reach out to you?
I'll let you field those calls. You are definitely the one who knows more about this than I do. So let them reach out to Lisa@sceneteam.org.
Peter, it's been a pleasure having you on today's show. Thank you for your time and your valuable insight.
Well, you had the valuable insights, Lisa. So thank you. I love supporting you and Samoy doing the parent takeover. I like being backstage because you two do such a fantastic job bringing the parent perspective to folks who are watching. And it's been my honor to come and be your assistant here today and help you explain this Most Scholars application process because it is a big deal. It's a huge help. And I'm just going to say one more time to anyone who's watching that this program is funded by donations that receive a 100% tax credit. So if you donate $1,000 to an EAO, they will help you claim a tax credit for $1,000 that when it comes time to file your taxes, basically it's like a credit. It just means that $1,000 of your tax liability has already been paid because you directed it to that EAO. So I just want to stress it one more time that there are so many kids who want to receive a scholarship, and it's really dependent on raising this money. And these EIOs are out there doing that all the time, trying to get the word out. So I want to just support that and just remind people, if you have a Missouri state tax liability, whether you're a person or a company, that you can make this donation to one of the 6 EIOs and that you'll get a 100% tax credit for doing that.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for that. Yes, yes, it is important. Well, Facebook, it's a wrap. Thank you for joining us today. Stay connected, stay informed, and join the SEAM team to get involved and make a difference. Thank you all for joining us live, or if you're watching this in the future online. Don't forget to check out our websites, seamteam.org and showmeschooloptions.org. Please like us, follow us, and share our videos from all 4 of our social media platforms, which are Children's Education Alliance of Missouri, Facebook, and LinkedIn, the SEAM Team on Instagram, and that SEAM Team on X. Make sure you follow some of the links in the comments section and get involved. Take care and have a wonderful day.